Hello guys, in this video I will be talking about what differentiates between a good and a bad product. Now, if you don't know me, I'm called Mikkel. I've built a company with my business partner Christian where we help coaches completely automate their client acquisition through our reliable systems because we believe coaches should be spending their time coaching and not marketing. We live by the motto of coaches should be coaching and marketers should be marketing. Now, first of all, what is a product? Now, a product is pretty much what you sell. So at your coaching business, it could be if you have a a package where you sell a specific amount of coaching and some extra things if you have a course or something like that, and then you put it into one package. That's one product. So what you sell, that is a product. So if there's a specific thing you sell, if you only do one-on-one coaching, then your product would be one-on-one coaching. Now, there are a couple of different things to look at to actually establish if it's a good or a bad product. First of all, it depends on what you want the product to achieve. If you want scalability, then some things are worse than others. If you want to really deep dive into people and help them on a almost cellular level, then one-on-one coaching would be better than group coaching. But if you just want to help as many people change their lives as possible, then one-on-one coaching, you can't scale it. So you'll have to do something like a course, an info product, or group coaching. So you first of all have to find out, what is it? How do you want to help people before you even begin to think about, is it a good product or is it a bad product? Because a lot of the time, some of the characteristics that make a good product in one-on-one coaching would make it a bad product in group coaching. So we want to first of all establish exactly what kind of coaching you are doing. For one-on-one coaching, going so personal, just going full deep dive onto them is best. But you can't do that when you do group coaching. You don't have time and you can't do it because there are so many people. You can't deep dive into 20 people in a 1 hour session. It simply isn't possible because you also have to talk about what they are going to do, all those kinds of things. So in the end, you won't be able to deep dive into them. So if you really want to go and deep dive into them, really go through, really get on a personal level, really go in depth, then you can't do group coaching. Then it would be a mixture of group coaching and one-on-one. There, you can't win all. You have to compromise. You have to sacrifice some things. So if you want scalability, if you want to be able to help as many people as possible, then you can't go too in depth. Because if you go too in depth, then everything has to be personal. Oh, then you're already on a one-on-one, just in one-on-one coaching, just in a group setting. But in the end, it's still one-on-one coaching. So you really have to think about, What is it you want to achieve? What is the product about? Why is it, let's say, one-on-one coaching? Why not group coaching? Is there a specific advantage to it being one-on-one coaching, or is there an advantage for it to be group coaching, or a hybrid of the both? Or is it better for it to be an info product? You have to first of all establish what is the best uh, product layout for you. What is the best model? Is it one-on-one info product or group coaching? A lot of the time, people they think it's way easier to sell one-on-one coaching. It it is. It's the same as it's way easier to sell low ticket than high ticket. But if you just do it well, then it's almost the same. Of course, there are some differences, but you can do pretty good at selling group coaching. So it shouldn't be because it's easier to sell you do one-on-one coaching. You have to really think what model works best with the kind of coach you are. For because a relationship or anxiety and just mental health in general, it's pretty difficult to do group coaching there simply because it's so deeply rooted into people. But if it's sales coaching, executive coaching, those kinds of things, business coaching, then there is almost no reason to just only do one-on-one coaching. You can do group coaching or you can do a hybrid. So they get one-on-one sessions. Just think what model works the best. That's the very first step to getting a good product. Then you have to really, I mean, really think about the value you bring to the table. How how much do they get from your coaching? Because a good little thumb rule is that people really want at least a guarantee of some kind in your offer, what you actually offer, so that they are more likely to buy your product, or a really high return on investment. They want at least a 10 times. So if they put $10 in, they get 100 out. 100,000, 1,000, 10,000. So you also have to really think about how much value is in what you coach. And it's pretty hard to give a good estimate about it if you haven't sold it before or if you're still new to coaching. It's pretty hard to give a specific value. So you have to find a price and then try to sell it. You would be surprised at how expensive you can make it. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, but I want it to be accessible to everyone. If you want it to be accessible to everyone, then you will fail. Especially if you do one-on-one coaching. You won't have time, you won't get enough other coaches on, and they can't coach the exact same way as you. So if you ever had if you ever tried it and worked pretty well when you coached, then maybe when they begin coaching, it would be something else. So you also have to remember that And the most important thing is if you really try to sell it to almost everyone, let's say $500, there will be no commitment. So if you really want to uproot them from a deep place, then you have to get commitment from them. And a really good way to get commitment from them is simply raising the price. And another thing is, once you establish the price, don't just stick with it. Always up the price a little, because you keep on getting more information. You keep on becoming a better coach the more you help. So you get more experience. And the more experience you have, the more you should be charged. So let's say this year you're charging 2K. Then in 6 months' time, do 2.5 or even 3K. You always have to up your prices because you, first of all, become a better coach, and inflation. We don't want you to make technically the same amount of money, but the money being worth less. Then you simply won't grow as much. And are you willing to let your clients pay a little more so you can help even more people? Because the most important thing is, first of all, the model. As I said before, one-on-one info product or group coaching, and then finding out the value you have. You would be surprised at how much value you actually bring to the table. Because a lot of people don't have your exact expertise. It is pretty tough, but really, really, really think about it. Think, how much are people willing to pay? And then up it by 50%. Because you really will underestimate how much people are willing to pay. And the commitment is also really important. You really have to make them understand exactly what you are going to do to them, do for them. They have to understand the whole process before they are going to pay. On otherwise, some of the things they wouldn't be willing to do. We talk from experience that we have tried and we've really failed. So we had to up our sales process so that we explain exactly what they have to do at least, and then a little more, of course, so that they are actually going to do the necessary steps. Because otherwise, commitment won't be there. It's different for us and for you exactly, but still, really think about what is the best model and how much value do you bring to the table. Because a lot of the time you bring at least 30-40K to the table. A lot of guys just sell that for 1K. Yeah, they get a lot of clients, but do you want 40 clients or 10? There's a big difference. Of course, they charge 4 times as much, but you will also help them even deeper. So, one-on-one coaching, you have to have a go high ticket, otherwise you won't have enough place on your calendar space. Sorry. And if you go group coaching, still at least go mid high ticket, high to mid ticket, because low ticket they won't be they they really just won't do it. So find the model, find the value you bring to the table. A lot of the time it's, as I said, 30, 40,000, and then divide it by 10. That's how much you should charge them in total, because that's the golden rule. They get 10 times as much value from what they pay, and then they are more than willing to actually pay the price. That was pretty much it for this video. If you resonated with the content in any sort of way, or if you're a coach struggling with appointment booking and need a reliable system in place, then click the first link down in this description. Full transparency, it's a sales funnel with my business partner Christian, where he just quickly goes through what we actually offer our clients. Maybe it can help you, maybe it can't. It doesn't really matter to me, but I would say still go ahead and take a look. Maybe it can help you. And if you like the video, then of course give the video a like. If you want to see more of this kind of content, then press subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will try to answer them as quick as I can. Peace out.